Imagine ending your day with a simple, soothing cup of something warm, and knowing it's quietly working to protect your brain and your heart while you sleep. For seniors, memory lapses and stroke risk aren't just statistics, they're real fears that can change the course of life. But what if one nightly habit could help your mind stay sharp and your blood vessels stay healthy? Tonight, I'll share a single, powerful bedtime drink that science suggests can support brain health and circulation naturally. It's gentle, comforting, and could make a big difference over time. Let's explore it together. If living longer, thinking clearer, and feeling healthier matter to you, join our community of seniors who are choosing smart daily habits. Subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comments, because your story might inspire someone else to take a small step toward better health tonight. The drink we're focusing on tonight is a warm blueberry and chamomile infusion, a combination that's both delicious and deeply nourishing for your brain and your heart. This is not a trendy, overhyped miracle cure that promises the impossible. Instead, it's a gentle, research-backed habit that can work quietly in the background of your nightly routine, giving your body compounds it can actually use to stay healthier as you age. Blueberries, often called brain berries by nutrition experts, are rich in anthocyanins, a type of antioxidant that has been studied for its ability to improve memory and cognitive performance. These antioxidants help protect your brain cells from oxidative stress, a kind of wear and tear that naturally increases as we get older. Chamomile, on the other hand, is an herbal classic known for its calming effects. It's caffeine-free, promotes relaxation, and supports deeper, more restful sleep. For seniors, that combination, mental sharpness support plus improved sleep quality, is like giving your brain two gifts at once. According to research, even modest daily intake of blueberries can improve memory and learning in older adults. One study published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry found that people over 65 who consumed blueberry-rich beverages for several weeks showed improvements in memory tests compared to those who didn't. While no food can prevent all cognitive decline, regularly consuming blueberries may help slow the process and keep you feeling sharper for longer. Chamomile, meanwhile, has been shown to reduce mild anxiety, lower nighttime restlessness, and improve sleep onset, meaning it can help you fall asleep faster and stay asleep more consistently. The beauty of this drink is its simplicity. For most seniors, the ideal serving size is about 1 cup, roughly 8 ounces, made with a handful of blueberries, fresh or frozen, about half a cup, and 1 chamomile tea bag or a teaspoon of loose chamomile flowers. The blueberries can be gently crushed or simmered for a few minutes to release their flavor and nutrients before adding the chamomile. If you prefer a smoother drink, you can strain it, but leaving some of the softened blueberries in the cup gives you extra fiber and nutrients. Timing matters here. Drinking this infusion about 30 to 45 minutes before bed allows the calming effects of chamomile to kick in as your body winds down. That's also enough time for the warm liquid to soothe your system without making you feel like you need to get up in the middle of the night. Some seniors worry about late-night bathroom trips, so if you're sensitive to that, you can slightly reduce the liquid volume to 6 ounces without losing the benefit. Pairings can make this nightly habit even more effective. Adding a small pinch of cinnamon not only enhances flavor, but also helps stabilize blood sugar levels, which supports steady brain energy overnight. For an extra brain-boosting edge, you could stir in a teaspoon of ground flaxseed, which adds omega-3 fatty acids, another nutrient linked to better cognitive function and cardiovascular health. If you're looking to make it creamier, a splash of warm, unsweetened almond or oat milk blends beautifully without introducing excess saturated fat. One of the best parts about this infusion is how adaptable it is. If blueberries aren't in season or feel too expensive, frozen blueberries are an equally good choice. In fact, they may retain more nutrients because they're frozen soon after harvest. If chamomile isn't your favorite, you could try blending it with lemon balm or passion flower tea for variety, as long as you stick to caffeine-free herbs that promote relaxation. Of course, there are a few cautions to keep in mind. While blueberries are generally safe for most people, those on blood-thinning medications should avoid consuming them in unusually large amounts, since they contain vitamin K, which can interfere with certain prescriptions. Chamomile should be used with caution by anyone allergic to plants in the daisy family, and it may interact with some sedative medications. That's why it's always wise to check with your healthcare provider before making this drink a nightly ritual, especially if you're managing multiple prescriptions. Now, here's something to keep you engaged. Quick myth check. Some people believe drinking anything before bed is automatically bad for sleep because of nighttime bathroom trips. The truth is, small amounts, like our 1-cup serving, are perfectly fine for most people, especially if consumed 30 to 45 minutes before lying down. The key is balance. You want enough liquid to deliver nutrients and hydration, but not so much that it disrupts your rest. And here's a quick interactive moment for you. Do you prefer fruity herbal teas or creamy bedtime drinks? Type fruity or creamy in the comments. I'd love to see which camp our senior community leans toward. By making this blueberry and chamomile infusion a habit, you're not just enjoying a comforting drink. You're investing in your long-term brain and heart health. You're giving your body antioxidants that fight cellular aging, calming compounds that prepare you for quality sleep, and a nightly ritual that can help you feel more in control of your well-being. It's a small, pleasant action with potential ripple effects for years to come. When combined with other brain-healthy habits, like regular walking, staying mentally active, and eating a balanced diet, this single cup before bed can become a powerful ally in your journey towards staying sharp, steady, and strong well into your later years. Why does this work for memory? Blueberries and chamomile might sound like a simple pairing, but their combined impact on brain health, especially memory, is supported by a growing body of research. For seniors, memory is more than just recalling a name or where you put your glasses. It's about staying independent, making decisions confidently, and maintaining the connections that give life meaning. Understanding why this nightly drink works for memory can make you even more motivated to make it part of your routine. Let's start with blueberries, the star ingredient when it comes to memory support. They are rich in a group of plant compounds called anthocyanins, which give blueberries their deep blue color. These compounds are powerful antioxidants, and studies suggest they can cross the blood-brain barrier, meaning they don't just help your body in general, they directly reach and protect your brain cells. Oxidative stress is a natural process in the body, but as we age, it can speed up the breakdown of brain cells, leading to problems with memory and learning. Antioxidants from blueberries help neutralize this stress, essentially acting like a shield for your neurons. One notable study from the University of Cincinnati found that older adults who consumed blueberry juice daily for 12 weeks performed better on memory tests than those who drank a placebo beverage. Researchers also noted improvements in mood and better blood sugar control, which matters because stable blood sugar means your brain gets a steady supply of energy, crucial for focus and recall. Another important aspect is how blueberries improve brain blood flow. Some research has shown that anthocyanins can help widen blood vessels, allowing more oxygen and nutrients to reach the brain. Better circulation means your brain can function more efficiently, which translates to sharper thinking and a better ability to store and retrieve information. This is especially valuable for seniors, since natural changes in blood vessels over time can reduce blood flow to key brain areas involved in memory. Chamomile's role in memory is more indirect but still significant. Many seniors struggle with sleep disturbances, whether it's difficulty falling asleep, waking up often, or restless nights. Poor sleep has a direct impact on memory. In fact, during deep sleep, your brain consolidates memories, moving information from short-term to long-term storage. If you're not getting quality rest, your brain's filing system can't work properly. Chamomile contains compounds called apigenin and bisabolol, which bind to certain receptors in your brain to promote relaxation and deeper sleep cycles. By helping you rest more soundly, chamomile supports the memory processing work your brain does while you sleep. Serving size plays a role in getting the full benefit. Around half a cup of blueberries in your nightly infusion is an ideal amount, enough to provide a meaningful dose of anthocyanins without overloading you with natural sugars. The 8-ounce liquid base allows for effective steeping of the chamomile while delivering hydration that supports brain cell function. Seniors often underestimate the importance of hydration for mental clarity, but even mild dehydration can impair short-term memory and concentration. Timing is also key. Drinking this infusion 30 to 45 minutes before bed ensures that chamomile's calming effects are in full swing as you transition to rest, while your body begins absorbing the blueberry nutrients that will circulate overnight. Nighttime is an excellent window for brain repair because your metabolic processes slow down, giving more energy to cellular cleanup and regeneration. In essence, you're sending your brain to bed with exactly what it needs to recharge and protect itself. Pairing this drink with the right nutrients can enhance its effect on memory. For example, having it alongside a light evening snack rich in healthy fats, such as a small handful of walnuts or a slice of avocado toast, can help your body absorb fat-soluble antioxidants more effectively. Omega-3 fatty acids found in foods like walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds are themselves vital for brain structure and function, so they complement the benefits of blueberries beautifully. There's also the matter of inflammation. Chronic low-level inflammation in the brain has been linked to cognitive decline and memory issues. Blueberries have anti-inflammatory properties that can help counter this process. Anthocyanins and other polyphenols work to dampen the release of inflammatory molecules, protecting brain tissue from gradual damage. Chamomile contributes here too, as it has been used traditionally for its soothing, anti-inflammatory effects on the body. By reducing inflammation, you're creating a healthier environment for your brain cells to communicate and store information. Let's pause for a quick fact check to keep you engaged. Did you know that your brain weighs about 3 pounds, but uses roughly 20% of the body's energy? That's why a steady supply of nutrient-rich foods like blueberries matters so much. Your brain is constantly working, even while you sleep. Another often overlooked benefit is stress reduction. High stress levels trigger the release of cortisol, a hormone that, in large amounts over time, can damage the hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for memory formation. The soothing ritual of sipping a warm cup of blueberry and chamomile tea before bed signals your nervous system to relax, lowering cortisol and helping preserve your hippocampus. A common question seniors have is whether frozen blueberries are as good as fresh for memory support. The answer is yes, sometimes even better. Because they're frozen right after harvest, they often retain more antioxidants than fresh berries that have been sitting on a store shelf for days. The important thing is to avoid berries with added sugar, which can cause energy spikes and crashes that interfere with focus. Caution is still necessary for some individuals. If you are on certain medications for blood thinning, high blood pressure, or anxiety, check with your healthcare provider before making this drink a nightly habit. While the serving size we're discussing is generally safe, your doctor can help ensure it won't interfere with your treatment plan. Here's a little engagement moment. What's one memory you'd love to hold on to forever? Share it in the comments. It's a wonderful way to keep those memories alive and inspire others in our community. It's worth remembering that memory support isn't about one magic bullet. It's about creating a supportive environment for your brain every day. This drink is just one tool in your toolkit. Combining it with regular exercise, mentally stimulating activities like puzzles or learning new skills, and a balanced diet rich in vegetables and lean protein can magnify the benefits. Still, the beauty of the blueberry and chamomile infusion is how effortless it is to integrate into your routine. You don't have to rearrange your schedule or buy complicated supplements. You just sip, relax, and let nature do some of the work for you. By making this drink a nightly ritual, you're giving your brain the building blocks it needs to protect your memory for years to come. It's a simple, comforting act that, over time, can make the difference between struggling to recall the past and confidently navigating the present. How it helps reduce stroke risk. Reducing stroke risk is one of the most important goals for seniors who want to maintain independence and quality of life. A stroke can happen suddenly, and its effects can range from mild speech problems to severe paralysis or loss of independence. While there's no single food or drink that can guarantee prevention, certain habits can lower the risk by supporting the health of your blood vessels, circulation, and overall cardiovascular system. This warm blueberry and chamomile infusion plays a helpful role in that effort. And understanding how it works can make you more committed to enjoying it nightly. Let's start with blueberries. These small, vibrant fruits are loaded with anthocyanins, pigments that don't just give them their deep blue color, but also act as powerful protectors for your blood vessels. Studies suggest anthocyanins can help keep the lining of your arteries flexible and healthy. When arteries remain elastic, blood can flow more freely, reducing the chance of blockages that can trigger strokes. Over time, poor diet, smoking, or high blood pressure can cause arteries to stiffen, making them more prone to clots or rupture. Blueberries help counter that process. In addition to their antioxidant activity, blueberries support healthy cholesterol balance. Research from Harvard University found that people who consumed blueberries regularly had better HDL, good cholesterol levels, and lower LDL oxidation, the harmful process that makes LDL cholesterol more likely to stick to artery walls. Less buildup means a lower risk of plaque formation, which is a key step in stroke development. Chamomile's contribution to stroke prevention is more indirect, but it's still valuable. Stress and poor sleep are linked to higher blood pressure, one of the leading stroke risk factors. Chamomile's calming compounds, especially apigenin, bind to certain receptors in your brain, helping you feel more relaxed and sleep more deeply. Better sleep and lower stress can help keep blood pressure within a healthy range, which reduces the strain on your heart and arteries. Serving size is important for these benefits. 1 cup of the infusion, made with about half a cup of blueberries and a chamomile tea bag or teaspoon of dried chamomile, delivers a meaningful amount of protective compounds without excess sugar or calories. This is especially important for seniors managing weight or blood sugar, as both obesity and type 2 diabetes can increase stroke risk. Timing the drink about 30 to 45 minutes before bed not only helps you relax but also allows your body to begin absorbing the antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds overnight. The hours during sleep are when your body performs much of its repair work, including the maintenance of blood vessel health. Giving your body these nutrients just before this process can be like handing it the right tools at the right time. Pairing the drink with complementary nutrients can amplify its stroke prevention potential. For instance, a light evening snack of unsalted almonds or pumpkin seeds alongside your tea provides magnesium, which supports healthy blood pressure, and vitamin E, which helps protect blood vessel walls from oxidative damage. Similarly, a sprinkle of ground flaxseed in the drink can boost omega-3 intake, which is known to reduce clot formation and inflammation in arteries. Another way blueberries help lower stroke risk is through their effect on blood sugar control. Spikes and crashes in blood sugar can damage blood vessels over time, increasing the risk of both heart disease and stroke. Blueberries have a low glycemic index and contain fiber, which slows the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream. This steadier blood sugar pattern is gentler on your arteries and your brain. Chamomile offers an additional, lesser-known benefit: mild anti-inflammatory properties that may reduce C-reactive protein (CRP) levels in the blood. Elevated CRP is a marker of inflammation and is linked to higher cardiovascular risk, including stroke. Lowering inflammation helps prevent the gradual damage that can weaken blood vessel walls or make them more susceptible to clot formation. Let's pause for a quick fact to keep you engaged. Did you know that about 80% of strokes are preventable through lifestyle changes? Diet, exercise, blood pressure control, and not smoking are the most powerful tools you have. And something as small as a nightly cup of blueberry and chamomile tea can be part of that prevention strategy. Of course, there are some cautions. If you're on blood-thinning medications such as warfarin, you'll want to avoid sudden, large increases in foods rich in vitamin K. While blueberries aren't extremely high in vitamin K, consistency is important, so your medication works properly. Chamomile may also have a mild blood-thinning effect, so anyone on such medication should consult their healthcare provider before making it a daily habit. A common question seniors ask is whether the drink's benefits would disappear if you used frozen blueberries. The answer is no. Frozen blueberries are just as good. In fact, freezing preserves anthocyanins well, so you'll get the same vessel protecting power in every cup. Just be sure they're unsweetened to avoid added sugars, which can undermine cardiovascular health. Now for an interactive moment. If you monitor your blood pressure at home, what's your usual average reading? Share it in the comments. It might help other seniors see how their own numbers compare and encourage healthy competition to keep readings in a good range. The stroke prevention effects of this drink aren't just about the nutrients. The nightly ritual of slowing down, preparing the tea, and sipping it mindfully helps lower stress, which has measurable benefits for blood pressure and heart health. Chronic stress triggers the release of hormones that constrict blood vessels and raise heart rate. Over time, this constant pressure can wear down the cardiovascular system, making a stroke more likely. By turning your tea time into a relaxation practice, perhaps dimming the lights, listening to calming music, or pairing it with gentle stretching, you enhance its protective effects. It's also worth noting that blueberries can help improve endothelial function. That's the performance of the inner lining of your blood vessels. Healthy endothelium plays a critical role in preventing clot formation, regulating blood pressure, and ensuring smooth blood flow. Poor endothelial function is an early warning sign for heart disease and stroke, and improving it can have long-term protective effects. Another small but powerful aspect is hydration. While 1 cup of tea isn't a large amount of fluid, it does contribute to your daily hydration needs. Even mild dehydration can thicken the blood slightly, making it more likely to clot, a risk factor for stroke. Staying consistently hydrated throughout the day with this tea as part of your intake can help keep your blood at an optimal viscosity for safe circulation. By combining antioxidant-rich blueberries with calming, blood pressure-supporting chamomile, This drink addresses multiple risk factors for stroke at once: vessel health, inflammation, circulation, stress, and sleep. It's a multi-pronged approach in a single, comforting cup. When viewed as part of an overall heart-healthy lifestyle, including daily movement, balanced meals, and regular health checkups, this infusion becomes more than just a beverage. It's a small act of prevention that, repeated over weeks and months, could make a big difference in your future health. Best way to prepare and enjoy it before bed. Knowing what to drink for better brain and heart health is powerful, but knowing how to prepare and enjoy it makes all the difference. The way you make your nightly blueberry and chamomile infusion can affect not only its taste, but also how well your body absorbs its nutrients and how comfortably it fits into your bedtime routine. This is where we turn your healthy habit into a nightly ritual you actually look forward to. Let's begin with the basics, the ingredients. For one serving, you'll need about half a cup of blueberries, fresh if they're in season, frozen if not. Both have nearly the same nutrient content, and frozen berries are often a more budget-friendly choice while still delivering peak anthocyanin levels. Just be sure to pick berries without added sugar. For the chamomile component, you can use 1 tea bag or a teaspoon of dried chamomile flowers. Loose-leaf chamomile often has a fresher, fuller flavor, but tea bags are convenient and still effective. Now for the preparation. Start by placing the blueberries in a small saucepan with about 8 ounces of water. Turn the heat to medium and allow the water to warm gently. As it heats, the blueberries will begin to soften and release their deep purple-blue color into the water. This isn't just for appearance. That rich color means anthocyanins are infusing into your drink. Using a spoon or potato masher, gently press the berries against the side of the pan to help release more juice. Be careful not to overboil. We want a gentle simmer to protect delicate antioxidants. Once you've simmered the berries for about 3 to 5 minutes, remove the pan from the heat and add your chamomile tea bag or loose flowers. Cover the pan and let it steep for about 5 minutes. Covering the pan helps trap the steam and aromatic oils from the chamomile, which contribute to its calming effect. Steeping for too long can make the tea slightly bitter, so 5 minutes is a good balance. If you're using loose chamomile, strain the liquid into your cup through a fine mesh strainer or cheesecloth. If you used a tea bag, simply remove it and decide whether to keep the softened blueberries in the drink or strain them out. Keeping them adds texture and fiber, while straining gives a smoother sip. For many seniors, the softer berries are easy to chew and add extra satisfaction. Plus, that fiber is good for digestion and blood sugar control. At this point, you can customize the flavor. A small pinch of cinnamon adds warmth and helps regulate blood sugar. If you like a hint of sweetness, a teaspoon of honey can work. Just remember that too much sugar, even natural, can interfere with the drink's health benefits. Diabetics, or those watching blood sugar, may prefer a drop or two of stevia instead. For a creamier feel, add a splash of warm, unsweetened almond or oat milk, which blend well without adding saturated fat. Timing is one of the most important parts of preparation. Aim to enjoy this drink about 30 to 45 minutes before bedtime. This gives the chamomile time to begin its calming work while still allowing your body to process most of the liquid before you go to sleep, reducing the chance of a midnight bathroom trip. For those especially sensitive to late-night liquids, you can slightly reduce the total water to about 6 ounces without losing the benefits. Temperature matters too. This is a warm drink, not a scalding hot one. Extremely hot liquids can irritate your mouth and throat, so let the tea cool just enough to be sipped comfortably. The warmth is part of what makes this ritual relaxing. Your body associates it with winding down, much like wrapping yourself in a soft blanket. Now let's talk about how to make the experience more enjoyable. because enjoyment is what helps a habit stick. You could pair your tea time with a quiet, screen-free activity, such as reading a light book, listening to gentle music, or practicing deep breathing. This not only builds a positive emotional connection to the drink, but also reinforces the winding down process that helps prepare your body for sleep. If you want to batch prepare the blueberry portion to save time, you can simmer several cups worth of blueberries in water, strain, and store the liquid in the refrigerator for up to 3 days. When you're ready for your nightly tea, simply warm a portion and add the chamomile to steep fresh. This keeps the antioxidants intact while giving you the convenience of a quicker prep. For those who enjoy variety, you can rotate the chamomile with other calming herbs that are caffeine-free. Lemon balm, passion flower, or rooibos are good options. Just remember that if you swap out chamomile completely, you might lose some of its unique benefits for relaxation and mild inflammation reduction. You can also mix half chamomile with another herb for a more complex flavor without losing its core effect. Here's a quick interactive question. Do you usually drink your evening tea alone, or do you share the ritual with a partner or friend? Type solo or together in the comments. You might find others in the community who enjoy winding down the same way. It's also worth mentioning the importance of consistency. The real benefits of this drink for brain and heart health come from making it a steady part of your lifestyle. Having it occasionally is pleasant, but enjoying it most nights is where you'll start to see long-term support for memory, circulation, and stress reduction. Think of it like watering a plant. The effect is gradual, but the steady care pays off. If you're traveling, this habit is easy to maintain. Pack a small container of dried blueberries or buy them on arrival and bring along a few chamomile tea bags. All you need is hot water from a hotel kettle or cafe. This way, you can keep your nightly routine intact no matter where you are, which is especially helpful since travel can sometimes disrupt sleep and increase stress. Caution still applies here. If you're on medications for blood thinning, allergies, or sleep, confirm with your healthcare provider that chamomile is safe for you. While the amounts we're discussing are gentle, your doctor can help ensure no interactions occur. For those with very low blood pressure, drinking chamomile right before bed might cause slight lightheadedness. In that case, you could have it earlier in the evening. One last tip, make this ritual something you genuinely look forward to. Choose a favorite mug, one that feels good in your hands and makes you smile. Sit somewhere comfortable, away from the day's noise, and savor the moment. By linking this drink to a sense of peace and comfort, you're reinforcing not just a healthy habit, but also a mental association that helps your body prepare for rest. Preparing and enjoying this warm blueberry and chamomile infusion isn't complicated, but the details matter. The right ingredients, gentle simmering, mindful steeping, and a calm environment turn it from a simple recipe into a nightly practice that nourishes your body and mind. Done consistently, it's more than just a drink. It's a signal to yourself that you're taking an active role in your health, one cup at a time. Safety, precautions, and alternatives. While a warm blueberry and chamomile infusion is safe and beneficial for most seniors, it's important to remember that even healthy foods and herbs can have interactions or side effects for certain individuals. This section will give you a clear, balanced view of when to enjoy this drink freely, when to be cautious, and what to choose as an alternative if needed. By understanding the potential risks and adjustments, you can make this nightly habit truly work for your health. Let's begin with blueberries. For most people, blueberries are a gentle, nutrient-rich food with very few downsides. However, they do contain vitamin K, which plays a role in blood clotting. If you're taking blood-thinning medications such as warfarin, the key is not necessarily to avoid blueberries altogether, but to keep your intake consistent. Large fluctuations in vitamin K intake can affect how your medication works. So, if you decide to drink this infusion nightly, aim for roughly the same amount of blueberries each day and let your healthcare provider know about your routine. Blueberries are also naturally sweet, though their sugar content is modest compared to many fruits. If you have diabetes or need to control your blood sugar closely, the half-cup serving in this drink is generally safe, especially when combined with chamomile and possibly cinnamon, which can help stabilize blood sugar. Still, it's wise to monitor your readings and make adjustments as needed. Chamomile, as gentle as it feels, can pose some risks for certain people. It belongs to the daisy family, so anyone allergic to ragweed, daisies, marigolds, or chrysanthemums should be cautious. Allergic reactions to chamomile are rare, but can include skin irritation, swelling, or difficulty breathing in severe cases. If you've never had chamomile before, start with a small amount the first time and see how your body responds. Chamomile also has a mild, natural blood-thinning effect. This means that, just like with blueberries, people on blood-thinning medications should get their doctor's approval before making it a daily habit. The same applies if you're scheduled for surgery. Most doctors recommend avoiding blood-thinning herbs and foods for about 2 weeks before an operation to reduce bleeding risk. Another point to consider is sedation. Chamomile promotes relaxation and may make you drowsy. While this is helpful before bed, it's best not to drink it right before tasks that require alertness, like driving. For most seniors, this isn't an issue since it's intended as a nighttime drink, but it's worth noting if your evening includes any activities where you need to be fully awake. Interactions with medications can also occur. Chamomile may enhance the effects of sedatives, anti-anxiety drugs, and sleep aids, leading to excessive drowsiness. It may also interact with certain medications for high blood pressure or diabetes. This is why it's always best to check with your healthcare provider, not because the drink is inherently unsafe, but because everyone's health situation and prescriptions are different. Serving size is one way to manage potential issues. Sticking to the recommended 1-cup portion, about half a cup of blueberries, 1 chamomile tea bag, and 6 to 8 ounces of water, provides benefits without pushing your intake of any single compound to an extreme level. If you're concerned about interactions, you could start with half the serving size for the first week and see how you feel. For those who discover that chamomile isn't a good fit, there are gentle alternatives. Lemon balm tea has a similar calming effect without belonging to the daisy family, making it a safer choice for those with ragweed allergies. Rooibos tea, naturally caffeine-free and rich in antioxidants, pairs beautifully with blueberries and offers its own heart-friendly benefits. Passion flower tea is another option for relaxation, though it's best to consult a doctor if you're taking medication for blood pressure or sleep before using it regularly. If blueberries themselves aren't suitable, for example, if you're advised to avoid them due to kidney issues or specific medication restrictions, other berries can provide similar benefits. Blackberries and raspberries also contain anthocyanins and have a low glycemic index. Strawberries are lower in vitamin K than blueberries, which might be preferred for those on blood thinners, though their anthocyanin content is slightly lower. For a completely non-berry option, you could consider hibiscus tea blended with chamomile or lemon balm. Hibiscus has been shown to support healthy blood pressure, which in turn lowers stroke risk, though it's not recommended for people with very low blood pressure unless supervised by a doctor. It's also worth mentioning storage and preparation safety. Always wash fresh blueberries thoroughly before use to remove any pesticide residue or dirt. If using frozen blueberries, thaw them in the refrigerator or heat them directly in your infusion. Avoid letting them sit out at room temperature for long periods to prevent bacterial growth. For chamomile, store tea bags or loose flowers in a cool, dry place away from strong odors, as herbs can absorb surrounding smells and lose their delicate flavor. One concern some seniors have is digestive comfort. While this drink is gentle for most, some may notice mild bloating or gas from the fiber in blueberries if they aren't used to it. If that's the case, you can strain the blueberries from the drink until your digestion adjusts, then gradually add them back in for the full benefit. Hydration timing is another small but important safety note. Drinking too much liquid right before bed can increase the need to get up at night, which for seniors can be more than just a nuisance. It can increase the risk of nighttime falls. That's why the 30-45-minute window before bed is ideal, giving you time to relax and enjoy the drink while still reducing the likelihood of disrupting your sleep later. Here's an interactive moment. Have you ever had to swap a favorite food or drink for a healthier alternative? Share your story in the comments. Your tips might help someone else find a new favorite. Finally, the most important precaution is to listen to your body. If you notice any unusual symptoms after drinking your infusion, whether that's digestive discomfort, unusual bruising, dizziness, or allergic reactions, stop and check with your healthcare provider. Sometimes even a healthy habit needs adjusting to fit your personal health profile. The good news is that with just a little attention to these precautions, most seniors can enjoy this warm blueberry and chamomile infusion safely and reap its potential benefits for memory, circulation, and relaxation. And if it turns out one of the ingredients isn't right for you, there are plenty of gentle, nutrient-rich alternatives that can still give you a comforting nighttime ritual with similar protective effects. By keeping safety in mind, you're not just following a recipe, you're creating a personalized wellness habit that respects your body's needs. That's the real goal here. Finding something you can do every night that's enjoyable, sustainable, and aligned with your overall health plan. We've explored a simple, soothing habit with the potential to make a meaningful difference in your brain and heart health. One warm cup of blueberry and chamomile infusion before bed isn't just a drink. It's a nightly investment in sharper memory, healthier circulation, and a calmer, more restful night's sleep. We began by looking at the drink itself, a gentle pairing of anthocyanin-rich blueberries and calming chamomile. Together, they provide antioxidants, anti-inflammatory compounds, and relaxation-promoting effects that work in harmony with your body's natural repair processes. We then saw how these ingredients nourish your brain, protecting neurons, improving blood flow, and supporting the deep sleep your memory needs to stay strong. We learned how this infusion supports stroke prevention, keeping arteries flexible, encouraging healthy blood pressure, reducing inflammation, and promoting steady blood sugar. We explored the best way to prepare and enjoy it, gentle simmering, mindful steeping, and pairing it with a relaxing pre-sleep ritual. And finally, we covered safety, precautions, and alternatives so you can tailor this habit to your needs without risk. When you step back and look at the whole picture, you realize this isn't just about blueberries or chamomile. It's about creating a consistent act of self-care that becomes a signal to your body and mind. I'm taking care of myself. I'm building a stronger tomorrow. Small, repeated choices like this shape the bigger story of your health in the years ahead. So tonight, as you prepare for bed, imagine the warmth of that cup in your hands, the soft aroma, and the knowledge that you're doing something kind for yourself. Let it be your moment of calm in a busy world, your nightly reminder that your health matters and your choices count. I'd love for you to become part of our senior wellness community. Subscribe for more tips, share this video with someone you care about, and comment below with the words 1 cup strong if you're ready to make this a nightly ritual. Together, we can turn small habits into powerful tools for living longer, thinking clearer, and feeling better every day.